Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about minerals and balanced diet. So last class we discussed about the food and nutrition, the definition and macronutrients, micronutrients. We also discussed about carbohydrates, proteins, fats and vitamins. So let's do a small recap on what we discussed earlier. So we discussed that food is any edible substance that we consume to fulfill our daily requirement of nutrition is known as food. So what it does is it maintains or it supports the growth, repair and maintenance of the body. Nutrition, it is the process by which body utilizes food for growth and maintenance of the body. It is nutrition. The definition for nutrition is nothing but it is the combination of processes by which the living organisms receives and uses the food materials necessary for growth, maintenance of functions and repair of component parts. So what is the function of nutrition? It helps in physical and mental growth and the development of human beings. It helps to repair and build the tissues and cells damaged by infections and injuries. It provides energy to do work. It helps to protect you from any infections and deficiency disorders. So we have two types of classification of foods, that is from plant origin and from animal origin. So you have a classification of food. Under classification of foods you have carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. You have bodybuilding foods, food, energy supplying food and repairing and maintenance of foods. So under energy supplying food you have cereals, sugars, roots, tubers, fats and oils. Bodybuilding foods you have milk, meat, poultry, eggs, fish, pulses and groundnuts. You have micronutrients and you have macronutrients. So macronutrients, it is carbohydrate 60 to 80%, fats 10 to 30%, proteins 7 to 15%. Micronutrients, it is vitamins and minerals. You require it in small quantity. So we discussed about carbohydrate. So you need 4 kilocalories per gram and it provides 50 to 60% of total calories taken. So you have proteins. So you need 20 protein. You need 1 gram of protein gives 4 kilocalories of energy. And sources of protein, you have animal sources, plant sources. Protein deficiency disorders are kwashiorkor and marasmus. You have fats. It provides 1 gram of fat provides 9 calories of energy. We have sources and deficiency diseases like obesity, heart disease, cancer and kwashiorkor. And we discussed about vitamin A, D, E and K, that is fat soluble vitamins. Vitamin C, it is a water soluble vitamin. Vitamin B1 thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B6 pyridoxine and B12 cyanocobalamin. It is a water soluble vitamins. And you have folic acid. It is essential for DNA synthesis. It helps to make the red blood cells. And sources, you get the folic acid from green leaves, vegetables, liver, egg pulses, cereals, nuts, whole grains and oil seeds. Daily requirements: for adults you need 100 micrograms per day. For pregnant women you need 300 micrograms. For lactating women you need additional 150 micrograms. Children needs 100 micrograms. So let's discuss about minerals. So it is an inorganic chemical elements present throughout the body in varying amounts. It acts as cofactors of enzyme for metabolism. It forms the structure of body tissues such as bones, teeth, nails, blood, nerves and muscles. It is very essential for physical and mental development. It helps to protect the body against infections. So sources, it is from meat, fish, milk, cheese, green leafy vegetables, and legumes. Provides most of the minerals needed by the body. So you have different minerals and its functions. So you have calcium. Function is mineralization of bones and teeth, regulator of many of the body's biochemical processes. It is involved in blood clotting, muscle contraction and relaxation, nerve function, blood pressure, and immune defenses. So calcium, it is helpful. It is very important for your bones and teeth. It helps in body biochemical processes involved in blood clotting, muscle contraction, relaxation, nerve function, blood pressure, and immune defenses. Phosphorus, you have, it is also a mineralization of bones and teeth. It is the part of every cell used in energy transfer, and it is maintenance of acid base balance. And sodium, it maintains the normal fluid and electrolyte balance. It assists in nerve impulse initiation and muscle contraction. Chloride maintains the normal fluid and electrolyte balance. Chromium works with insulin and it is required for the release of energy from glucose. Copper, it is necessary for absorption and use of iron in the formation of hemoglobin. So you have calcium, phosphorus, sodium, chloride, chromium, and copper. So calcium, it is for your bones and teeth, blood clotting, muscle contraction, blood pressure, and immune defenses. Phosphorus, again, it is important for your bones and teeth. It is used in energy transfer. Sodium, it is for electrolyte balance, muscle contraction. Chloride, normal fluid and electrolyte balance. Chromium, it works with insulin and it is required for the release of energy from glucose. Copper, it is for the absorption and use of iron in the formation of hemoglobin. You have fluoride, iodine, iron, sulfur, zinc, and magnesium. So fluoride, it is involved in the formation of dental enamel and prevents dental caries. Involved in the formation of teeth and skeleton and inhibits osteoporosis in old age. So osteoporosis is nothing but weakening of bones. Fluoride, it is helpful in your dental, that is it is for your teeth and skeleton, and it inhibits osteoporosis. Iodine, it is the part of two thyroid hormones. Iodine regulates growth, physical and mental development, and metabolic rate. Iron, it is helpful in the formation of blood, involved in the transport and storage of oxygen in the blood. It is a cofactor bound to several non-heme enzymes required for the proper functioning of cells. So iron is important for the blood. Sulfur, it is the integral part of vitamins, biotin, and thiamine. It is also for your hormone insulin. Zinc is essential for normal growth, development, reproduction, and immunity. Magnesium, it is for your bone formation and tissue energy metabolism. So what is minerals? It is inorganic chemical elements present throughout the body in varying amounts. It is helpful for the structure of your body tissues, bones, teeth, and nails, blood, nerves, and muscles. Important for your physical and mental development. It helps to protect the body against infections. Sources, it is from meat, fish, milk, cheese, green leafy vegetables, legumes, and it provides minerals. So you have, what are the minerals? You have calcium, phosphorus, sodium, chloride, chromium, copper, fluoride, iodine, iron, sulfur, zinc, and magnesium are the minerals. Now we'll discuss about a balanced diet. It is very important question. Balanced diet, 5 marks. So what is balanced diet? As the name suggests, balanced. So you have to have a balance in all the food you have. So it is defined as one which contains a variety of foods in such quantities and proportions that the need for energy, amino acid, vitamins, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, and other nutrients is adequately met for maintaining health, vitality, and general well being. And it also makes small provisions for extra nutrients to withstand short duration of leanness. A balanced diet is the accepted means to safeguard a population from nutritional deficiencies. So it is defined as one which contains a variety of foods in such quantities and proportions that the need for energy, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, and other nutrients is adequately met for maintaining health, vitality, and general well being. So these are the rules recommended by World Health Organization. So dietary fat should be limited to approximately 50 to 30% of daily intake of energy. Saturated fat should contribute no more than 10% of total energy intake. Remaining fats requirement should replace by the unsaturated fats. Excessive consumption of refined carbohydrates should be avoided, and some amount of carbohydrate rich in natural fiber should be taken. Sources rich in energy such as fats and alcohol should be avoided. Salt intake should not increase more than 5 gram per day. Protein should be at least 15 to 20% of total energy intake. Junk food should be reduced. So this is the recommended balanced diet. So for food item, you have food item adult man per gram, adult women in grams. So sedimentary, moderate, and heavy. So sedimentary, that is low, moderate, and heavy. For cereals, you need for adult man it is 460 grams, 520 grams moderate, 670 grams it is heavy. Pulses 40%, that is sedimentary, 50% is moderate, 60% is heavy. Green leafy vegetables 40% sedimentary, 40 moderate, and 40% 40 gram is heavy. Other vegetables 60 grams, 70 grams moderate, 80 grams is heavy. Roots and tubers 50 grams sedimentary, 60 grams moderate, 80 grams is heavy. Milk and milk products 150 grams, 150 moderate is 200, heavy it is 250. Oils and fat should be 40 grams sedimentary, 45 moderate, 65 it is heavy. Fruits it is 60 grams sedimentary, 60 moderate, 60 heavy. Fruits it is almost the same for all. Sugar and jaggery 30% sedimentary, moderate 35, heavy is 55. For adult woman, cereals 410 grams, moderates 440 grams. Pulses 40 grams sedimentary, 45 grams it is moderate. Green leafy vegetables both are 100 grams sedimentary and moderate. Other vegetables it is 40 grams, both sedimentary and heavy. Roots and tubers 50 grams sedimentary and 50 grams moderate. Milk and milk products 100 grams sedimentary, 150 is moderate. Oils and fat should be 20%, 20 grams sedimentary, 25 it is moderate. Fruits it is 60 grams sedimentary, 60 grams moderate, both same. Sugar and jaggery 20 grams sedimentary and 20 grams moderate. So this is the recommended balanced diet. So we have studied about the folic acid, minerals, and the balanced diet. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in WhatsApp. So please go through the slides. It's very simple and easy to understand. Thank you.